In this video, I want to detail a little bit more about my youth career and how I wound up doing posture therapy and why I care so much about the people that I actually do have the fortune of working with. So I grew up playing really high level travel baseball. Went to the Dominican Republic when I was 12 years old with Team USA Great Lakes. I went to 3 different Team USA trials at Cary, North Carolina, and ultimately ended up playing with guys that went to over 50 different Division I schools. Unfortunately, I did not have the fortune of being one of those guys got to play college baseball because of what happened prior to that. So my last healthy season was when I was 14. I was in 8th grade, and the way that Iowa does high school baseball, I got to play high school. So I ended up being the opening day starter for the JV team and went through that entire season, came into my freshman year, had just had my first conversation with a Division I school, and I'm like, my life is about to take off. And it quickly went downhill. So my freshman year, I was playing basketball. I got a bone bruise on my elbow, and I tried to throw through it. And all of my problems stemmed from that. No local doctor in Iowa could tell me what was going on with my elbow. I ended up going to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota where within 10 minutes of being there, they were like, it's this very small pain sensing nerve on the inner part of your elbow. All we're gonna do is go in and cauterize it and essentially remove it from your body. So I was supposed to be one of the first 10 documented people in history to have this nerve removed. But when they went in for the surgery, they did something that nobody discussed beforehand, and they ended up moving my ulnar nerve. Every problem I ever had with my elbow after that came from them moving the ulnar nerve. So I came back in my sophomore year after missing all of my freshman year, and I tore my UCL halfway through that sophomore year. Missed half my sophomore year, missed all my junior year recovering from it, and then senior year rolls around, I'm in the weight room with my brother, back squatting, and I feel my nerve pinch again. And now I've got to go back and have my 3rd surgery where they release the ulnar nerve from scar tissue again. I say all of this because throughout that entire time period, I could not throw a baseball without some level of pain or nerve discomfort, no matter what I tried. I went to the Mayo Clinic, I went to the Cincinnati Reds team doctor, I had the best PTs around me to give me these rehab programs, and the results just didn't happen. So fast forward, I got to play my senior year, I wasn't able to pitch, and hung the cleats up and just went to college. So junior year, my brother's agent got me an internship, and the guy who owned this sports performance gym does posture therapy with other baseball players and different athletes. And he had me try a couple of exercises. I was helping this kid from Baylor do his TJ rehab. And when I tried those exercises for the first time in 6 years, I was able to throw a baseball again without pain. And I thought it was just voodoo black magic. I was like, what did you just do to me? Because nothing that I've seen has ever done that. And all he did was explain it to me in something so simple that I was actually mad that it was that simple. It's 1 + 1 = 2. Is this in line with this? Because if it's not, your body can't work or sequence movements in the proper way, which is going to cause you to compensate. And those compensations are what ultimately lead to stress being put into the wrong area and what leads to failure and injury. So it's as simple as inputs and outputs. The input that I'm talking about is the alignment that you take onto the field. The output is the pain that you experience on the field as the result of what you're doing. But if we change the input or the alignment that you have, then we change the output on the back end of that, and now the pain isn't there. Because we aren't just looking at this problem of, oh, hey, the problem's at the elbow. No, the problem is everywhere else but the elbow. The site of pain or injury is very, very rarely the true source or cause of it. So when we go into physical therapy or chiropractic or some of these other well-known methods, is they're very symptom-driven in their approach. They're gonna look at what's injured and then try to strengthen the area around that injury. But those can do really good things in terms of causing short-term changes, but they don't affect the long-term problem because we aren't addressing the underlying root reason for why you are in pain. So after I found out about posture therapy and the benefits that it had on me, I really wanted to know more about it. So my senior year in college, I decided that I was gonna get certified. And as I was going through this certification course, I realized like, this is something that I really wanna do. So my first job out of college took me out to California. I was in San Diego and Del Mar for a little over a year doing posture therapy out there, where I ultimately decided that I really want to help athletes and particular baseball players. So I decided that I was going to uproot my life. I moved to Chicago, and now I get to work with anyone and everyone that I truly want to work with. And on top of that, I also get to help coach a youth baseball team. So currently I coach a 12-year-old team here out of Chicago, and honestly, I bet all of them are doing more posture therapy than you are right now. So there's that. But the way that I've been able to change the trajectory of my own career from this really sad downfall of, I watched my identical twin brother become a perfect game All-American. He became the Cape Cod Pitcher of the Year in his 1 year at the Cape when he was at Mizzou. Was a 4th round draft pick by the Cardinals, and he's currently in AAA. And for a while, that really put me on a downward spiral of, I'm never going to achieve the things that I want to achieve in life. And posture therapy has not only allowed me to regain the sense of my own body so that I can throw and do the things that I want to be able to do in my own life without dealing with chronic pain all the time, but it's also allowed me the fortune to be able to help other people regain the control of their careers and their lives so that they can achieve everything that they want. So the number one thing that drives me is seeing you guys get back on the field, playing at the potential that you know that you can, so that all of the work that you've put in leading up to this point, not only you, but your family and all of the support system that you have around you that helps you get to this point in life, is if you don't make a change to continue to move that needle forward, not only are you doing yourself a disservice, but you're doing a disservice to everybody who was a part of your story that pushed you to the point that you're at right now. So you really kind of have a choice. You can continue to do the same things that you're doing, or you can try to do something different that you've never seen before that I guarantee is going to change your career. I have stamped my entire life and reputation on this completely unknown method that nobody has ever heard of. But the moment that you start to try this and you feel the internal result from it, you'll never go back. If you want to know more about how posture could change your career, if you're not in the spot that you want to be in right now, use the link in the description and book in a call where we'll jump on and talk to either me or one of my team members about how posture works and how we truly think that working on your alignment and sequence will change your career too.